Hey, testing, 1, 2, 3. On this player, my speaker front, that's appropriate. I want to tell a story. I want to tell a story. It's a long story. It's about San Diego and how the NFL has 25 sacrifices that Shannon Sharp witnessed in his career, during his playing career, and that many. So, it's also about my childhood growing up. Demon judgment in this community versus angel judgment, right? My life story, the synopsis, the summary would be this Holy Spirit in the community, which just says angel overall, especially towards friends. I want to talk about my music when I travel and the love jams, and it's about my truth, how I volunteer my time to not be a cheater, to voluntary. If it meant I was going to be out here 2 months, 2 years extra, and save women on earth from ever being struck again, domestic violence, picked on, then hey, I'm all for it. I'm a volunteer there. I would stay on the sidewalk. I sleep and every night, and at the same pace that I'm going, put my life on the line instead of joining an army of demons that hurt women and antagonize them and scare them and senseless violence. How in 1996, up to that point, remember I was 425 points without missing a shot, and like in 1995. So in 96, 1996, 97, the Balboa Park basketball gyms closed down until about year 2000. It reopened. That was about me dropping off positive energy, and they can't talk to their alien when I'm not even around. I just they saw me come through there for about a good. Damon went to high school there, so I stopped by on a regular, and it'd be so quiet. The church house mouse, and police help governor not used to it. They're like, hey, we can't even get information off when you ain't even around. It's the who you rather human information. That's why. So what we're going through right now isn't the who you rather human information, and where it comes from. So start off with my loyalty towards friendship, or domestic violence towards Beyonce knows the main target out here. Around her 15 years, no violence, no anything, and then all of a sudden they want her beat up. Like, whoa, what's going on? So I got this little technology to fire back. I got the NFL challenge in the bag, the NBA challenge. I'm feeling sorry for the NBA, not the NFL, because the NFL is violent. NBA is a bunch of tall guys that just walk around scaring people, scaring small. Assumption, After my experiences regaining the knowledge of boxing and fighting, I can fuck about Earth. But I was backing out of challenging the NBA because I didn't want to embarrass them in front of their wives, and the basketball players have families, and I didn't want to do that. So NFL, I don't mind. They hit each other, they knock each other out of games. They're violent. I was already headed towards pro boxing, So I was like, and I didn't want to do that. In all reality, I wanted to do it underground. I didn't want to do it as a celebrity. I had other ways, real estate. I was going to flip properties and be a boxing coach. That's how I was going to make money. It's $1 million opportunity to double my money every year. I'll talk about that in another video. But this video, I want to talk about my upbringing, my friends, Kevin Jones, the basketball team really, plus Kevin Jones. Damien lacrosse 6'6", Damien 6'2", Dave Moss 5'8", Mitch 5'8", Keith Lathan 6'2", Kevin Jones about 5'10", normally. We've been up to 5'11", 6 feet, down to 5'8", So they tear up, they get emotional when they every now and then when I listen to slow jams, and they're no longer, they can't hide their feelings, which is all emotion. We're all just, we can't hide from not allowed to hide from my normal energy is unsuppressed. by the NBA demons and the professional sports demons. Sometimes it's unsuppressed, and they feel my natural love for friendship, and they look at all the plays I made for my friends, and they just get emotional, and they didn't make any plays for me. Behind my back, gang raping all my girlfriends, right? Like mean niggas, and threatening them to stay quiet. So they tear up and they get emotional of what they did. And then so that justifies any recompense they know they owe. Justifies recompense. Payback. Recompense's definition means compensation. Recompensation is payback. Repay. Close maniac. Something similar. So I'm gonna start off with Dave Moss, a guy who judges me for Patrice. His story is with he wasn't her first on the block. George Walters, Big G, way down on the west side of the block, 2 houses from the corner, was dating Patrice in 8th grade. They went to 9th grade. I'm already in 9th grade, Happy Big G's fucking Patrice. He's doing on the wall. He's doing this. He said, I'm just all world and Patrice. He's a chubby guy, right? That's what he's doing. That's Big G's girl. Don't bother him. I only want to know what's best for Big G. You got your little bad one. Do the damn thing, Big G. Yeah. Right? She was a 7th grader. He was an 8th grader. I was a 9th grader when that happened. It's 2 different schools, Palm and Mount McGill. Now I'm a freshman. Now they become freshmen. Dave and G. I'm at 10th grade now. All of a sudden, we walk home regularly. Big G still is dating Patrice, All of a sudden, I hear she's giving him, the cold shoulder. He don't say nothing, but she's been giving him the cold shoulder. She's been calling Dave Moss. So George says, I just think Dave ain't been walking home with us lately. Let's go sneak around and check on this nigga. I think he be fucking with Patrice or something. Try to hide. He don't want to say nothing. So we go spy. We see Dave. We follow this nigga. Just plot to follow him. No alien technology. No the way he would know we're around, or just quiet, non-connected. I can imagine a demon, an alien, or any type of technology like that. So we from Mount McGill. We following him. We'll be right where I'm at, and Dave Moss would be about on the corner down there where the red light is. Yeah. We'll be hiding behind cars and following him. So he go up to the school, sure enough, and we get to Washington Park. Dave Moss is walking with Patrice. So he went back up to the junior high, 9th grade, she 8th grade. I said, wow. So I was thinking, this is crazy. So Big G, we walk by, we get within 10. We see all of us, he sees all of us. Dave got the guilty look on his face. And I said, wow. It was the first cross in A-boy history in our generation of any sexual relationship. Like a cheat. Advertised. So then Dave, we go to school the next day at Mount McGill. All the A-boys are there, all the basketball team, football team. Black Sean, Kev Loke, Mitch Hamilton. Lacrosse with the Point Loma. So we got Black Sean, Mitch Hamilton, Kev Loke, Antoine Walker, Rudon. Everybody's around there. And that day, Dave won the Super Bowl. They just thought Dave was just world champion. I'm the only one feeling like emotional for Big G. Big G, right? Big G. We always rub his belly. That Buddha belly he got, right? Big G. Around here, that's what he do. Big G. That's how we ever say. He gets rosy, Hollywood started joining. They started going after his penis like fag niggas. It's like, damn. So Big G's feeling emotional for his loss. And I'm feeling emotional for Big G's loss. That was my mentality. I couldn't fathom the idea of trying to bother Big G's girl, any girl he ever dated or was going to be dating. I really couldn't. I ain't trying to bother the homie, you know what I mean? I can go get my own, but I can go get my own. Now, that's not this community's mentality. What's been taught out here is something different, just to share everything about yourself. Your girlfriend, your asshole, shit like this. So you see a whole other mentality there where I grew up at, right? In 1996. You can't come in and leave too much positive energy here. Mr. World Record holder. No basketball on a regular, what was that, alcohol? Mission Beach, South Mission, Mount McGilpin Gym, Lemon Grove Rec, Chula Vista Rec, Chavez Rec, National City, Chula Vista National City Rec, El Cajon, Bastonia, Renette, Terrasana Rec, up North County, Claremont, Mesa Rec, Kearney Mesa Rec. So many recreation centers we would go to and play sports, parks and stuff, play football. How you doing, brother, Mr. Pastor? God bless. All right. So we got just giving a little testimony on my life, my history, my loyalty towards friendship that I granted towards friends in my lifetime. I just want to say that for all, make all our brothers strong in the future. Fortify the love of brotherly friendship. God bless, brother. So, where was I at? So Dave won the Super Bowl. I was emotional. I looked at all my homies in their eyes and I was like, how could you guys feel that way about a friend? About a friend. You know, hey, that's Big G. How you gonna just laugh at the brother? He has feelings. You don't care about friends, right? So I said, well, it's gonna be all right, Big G. So we move on from that conversation. So now the mentality I had towards Dave was cool. I'm sugar free. I'm not gonna get involved in that. Well, I'm thinking she's a little hoe hanging around both of these dudes and crept into Aboys. That's how I felt. So I was irritated there. They're all just, yep, this is the perverts waiting to get the dicks work. So I'm the next in line. Shit, you got you one. This little red bone. She's an attractive girl, sexy, nice, educated, beautiful. I said, I couldn't say, where's this mentality coming from? It really threw me for a loop. Now, my mentality, watching this conversation over time, 5-year relationship Dave Moss had with Patrice. So over time, everybody even forgets that she was Big G's old lady first. So what happens here? Remember, she's relevant in the story of I'd be the Michael Jackson and she'd be the Prince. That's what up to the brown skin one before he turned white like Tom Cruise. And, go do his thing and leave you with a Tom Cruise version of it. Right? That Michael Jackson knows, that off the wall knows. That off the wall knows. So now, where we at here? Keep explaining. So 5-year relationship goes by. The 5-year relationship goes by. Somewhere around 11th grade, Dave meets Mr. Milky, Malik, Mr. Milky. He meets Malik. Now Malik is a rapper in high school. Dave makes beats, so Dave's starting to get better at making beats. So Dave's been smoking weed behind my back. He don't admit he's a weed smoker, but Milky smoking. I said, Dave just act like he don't smoke. So I ain't tripping. I don't smoke either. So what happens is, Malik come around us. We meet Malik about 11th, 12th grade. He say, Dave Moss, hey, his girl be out there fucking all kinds of niggas. She hugging on niggas in the hallway, kissing on them and shit. His girl's a big time cheater. Is that right? Damn, is that right? Whoop-dee. So we tell Dave, hey boy, this nigga Malik said that you hanging out with, said, he gradually became an A-boy, a homie, regular nigga on the block, but at that time he was the new guy as well. Hey, he's saying, hey, Patrice is doing this. Dave Moss's response. Now, it's been a couple years. It evolved to looking positive loyalty. I didn't never bother Dave about it afterwards. I let it, do the damn thing. We tell him, he says, Dave, we say, Dave, hey, girls out there, Malik said she's out there at Morris High School cheating. He go to school with her. We at Mount McGill. You at Morris with her. He had Morris with your girl. He says she over there doing all kinds of shit. Oh, you guys are just jealous. Leave Patrice out of it. You're just jealous. I'm like, wow. Is that right, Junkie Dave? We're just jealous? We're trying to look out for the homie. At least you know, we warned you. Fuck it. I'm out of it. I don't want to say nothing else. So I left it alone. I'm trying to look out for him. my thoughts of Patrice became more positive and, relationship oriented. She's always around Dave at high school fraternities and, nice things. And I said, but then I found this out. I said, well, Dave wants to say that, but that's what it looks like. So even after that, it grew towards that type of conversation. I started dating Summer. We all go to the Sweethearts Ball together. We had before dancing, and Summer and I were all hugs and kisses on the dance floor, right? We're all hugs and kisses on the dance floor, right? All night. And she has some good rhythm too, right? So I'm in love with you. We slow dance, we romance. Only one kissing on the dance floor. We love to slow dance. Thoughts of wedding bells, my heavenly beauty pageant queen, because she gives me her best. And with blind faith, she trusts me. And I've always granted her my best loyal love efforts, so we stay strong and bonded, super strong in any weather. So we're at Denny's, and we got the peaceful energy, the positive. Now, that night, my remember she had the dark skinned little sister. Her mother's dark skin, same face as Summer, dark skin, light skin pops. That's all is at the house over in Murphy Canyon. And Janice is in the blonde is in her friend was in LA Gardens by Kaiser Hospital. They're both there by Murphy Canyon is near Kaiser Hospital too. Just across the valley from each other. It's on one side, Summer's on one side, the north side, she's on the south side. Near Waring and Zion Road. So we pick up Summer first, then we head to Patrice's house, and we go to the Sweethearts Ball. We have a good time all night. I really was the only one kissing on the dance floor. And afterwards, we go to Denny's, and there's some white couples. Hey, are you guys dressed so nice? You getting married, or what's going on here? Wow, no, we're not getting married. We just for Sweethearts Ball. We're just really nice, Wow. You people look attractive. You're heartthrob. Thank you. Big smile on my face that night. So now the mentality was not share sexually. There was no communication. The spirit didn't even have the ability. It did never use the ability to communicate anything mentally, telepathic, spiritual communications towards anybody. So my life, whatever I was up to, it was all about loyalty to friendship, and it's so positive. I didn't have time for that much negativity. There was a root on gold in my 11th grade year. My goal was to get a Sega Genesis that got stolen from me and play at my house. My homies got one. I don't have one. I'm always at their house playing. So I wanted to play at their house and my house. The luxury. I'm the neglected Cinderella. That's all I was trying to get. What I get, an iron that I end up keeping. I was supposed to get to someone. The fucking iron. Regardless. So now, continue the story. Dave graduates, right? I don't. Not on time. Sabotage. Once again, Cinderella story, right? I'm a smart guy nowadays, right? Algebra, English, whatever vocabulary, regardless. Right? Independent education, independent studies. So Dave graduates and he's headed towards Langston University. Lang Kills my girlfriend in the future, and it was about learning about how to sabotage. Visit her in Mexico from time to time, know when she's going to be down there. Or any girl I date that's, so it was more than just her, but, So, but my mentality towards Dave is still friendly, and so as soon as he goes to Langston University, he heads off. He leaves town. It's a music school. Patrice starts calling up about maybe within 2 or 3 days. She calls me. She said, I just got into a fight with my mother. Now I'm living in this part of Skyline, but I moved to your part of Skyline by Caleb Park. I'm like around the corner. I don't have no one to hang out with. I need somebody. Come hang out with me. I don't got nobody to hang out with. I got about 15 girls at the time. 10 to 15. Remember, I did evolve to 25, but I'm fucking a bunch of girls. So I said, oh, fuck it. I don't mind Patrice. Hey, gonna hang out? I'll meet you. She said, meet me halfway. I said, all right. So we meet at Keeler Park. She come from the over there by Meadowbrook, but she's in these little nice houses on the Aboys side, not on the Meadowbrook side where you going up that hill towards Moonlight. She on the where the Aboys side by Caleb Park and behind there over what's this street, Marjorie and behind Marjorie, behind where Rob Hubbins lived way back there in Skyline. Who live over there other than Skyline? You only know Rob Hubbins, the closest nigga where he grew up at. But she's behind him, so that's her grandmother's house. She say. So there were like newer houses built in it. They weren't always there. They were built while I grew up in that neighborhood. Rob Hubbs' house was there exactly when my house was there, but her grandma popped up afterwards. So Scientology, Ron L. Hubbard, and all that shit. So what happens here? Oh, so we hang. All I talk about is the killer, a friend from Monte Vista. They was in our high school fraternity and go to Monroe functions and shit like that. Hey, how's the killer? Yeah. I do think she's hot stuff. I think she's a beautiful woman. Wow. That's all we talk about. Well, she's at college now. She's doing pretty good. Dave Moss talking about, she got turned out of college and all this other stuff. Whatever. That's what he was saying. But I say, it is what it is. So, only person that really, they start spreading rumors after Miss Monroe, Damien's mother, and Lil B from the South mom, Miss Nobles, walked by. She at my house in front of the front yard. We talking to her. Ooh. Then they go on walks to stay in shape, maybe walk a mile. Ooh, all eyes on me like I'm doing something wrong. I said, no. So when I visit Damien Monroe, Cole Reed. Is that right, Reed? You Patrice? Cole Reed. I said, man, come on now. No, I got my own. And I really wasn't worried about Patrice. She stayed around twice a week, 2 to 3 times a week for about 2 weeks. I said to myself, you know what? And to the homies, I said, you know what? She called me one more time. I'm about her in my house, in my bedroom, and I'm making a move. So some girls on the wall, whatever I got, I'm gonna make a move on her. Sure enough, she comes around, and I asked her, she's like, nah. And she never called me again, and she never came back around again. Dave Moss tried to use that against me in this conversation the last 20 years, to hate on me and participate in hate. That was grounds for cheating on Dave and a way to invest in my torment. He used it all the way around. Spiritual would know, Patrice would know, and he uploaded his information. So that was my mentality. He's got another girl by 1997, a white girl. I remember my homie, a Mexican. He had a truck, right? A white truck. His name was Chuck. I knew him from Trinity Lutheran Elementary, right? Preschool, elementary. And I'm just doing daily pay jobs, a construction site. And he just showed up one day on the same site. Hey, Trinity Lutheran, yeah, what's up in the truck? What's up? You're Mexican, right? So, I said, hey, kick that. See what's happening later on, or there might be something going on. Would you be partying? Yeah, I go to house parties a lot. I go to, clubs and stuff. So I said, hey, if something's going on, see what's happening with the homies. It was a house party. So me and Chuck and myself, we had with Junkie Dave and maybe one other person. We all go out to El Cajon, a house party. And when we get there, they meet a white girl, a big booty white girl, with dark hair. Damn, she would look like this one, something like this one. With her big behind and the turquoise. Me smiling back there. She looks something like her. Similar in the neighborhood, not exactly, but real close. Oh, yep. Big booty, like Kylie Jenner or something. She in that neighborhood, not the exact same face, different face, but in the neighborhood, right? So, I meet her at college, Grossmont College. David came back from Langston once. He was only gone one semester. His parents break up. As soon as he leaves the Langston University, they break up with each other. Mr. Moss was going to the Monroe, but he told me he was loyal personally for 20 years. He told me straight out I was loyal. I ain't never, Mr. Moss tripping. But, It was a planned breakup. We had fell out. You know, that's all it was. It wasn't no cheating or nothing. Damn. Dave come back after one semester, and you know, meet the girl. A year later, I see her at college. It was like '98, and I said, "Do you know Dave Moss?" She says, "Yeah, I know Dave Moss. I met him at I said, I was at the house party we met him at in El Cajon." She said, "Yeah, I'm right here." So y'all still talking? She said, "Nah, I ain't seen him in like 8 months. We ain't talking no more." So I was, okay. So I told her, "Well, have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you later on." Have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you later on. Or I'll see you around. Now I'll talk to you later on. I said, I'll see you around. The third one, Maya, September 11th, year 2001. Maya from Los Angeles was along here. Kevin Jones with Jessica since high school. She's Asian, right? Then Lane killed Chinese in Cambodia with the big booty, right? Testimony, monetary donations accepted. Heaven's around. So their stories, they were gang raping my old lady behind my back without me knowing about it. But she acts normal around me. Keeping secrets. Right? Heaven's around. So, Maya, I'm playing video games with Trav White. You know, I'm playing John Madden football, and Maya comes home. Trav is a roommate to Dave and Maya. Trav had a room on the left side upstairs, and Dave and Maya on the right. So we in there playing video game. Nobody's around, just me and Trav. Trav blowing big weed. That's why the type Dave Moss tried to get me to smoke weed, you know. Around that time, Dave Moss and Maya were becoming casino security guards and casino dealers, card dealers with Mr. Milky. Dave dropped out. Dave Moss, they said no drugs when you become a dealer. So he buy a 20 sack and give it to Big Dave. Big Dave! 6'2", 400-pound Big Dave on the couch, fresh out the penitentiary. Semi-pro football player, getting ready to be a semi-pro player, right? Had a scholarship. And he just let Dave hotbox the house or a car. Dave said, I just want to smell it. I just love the smell of weed. I was like, that's burnt out. He ain't trying to nigga get a job. So Maya comes home, goes in the bedroom, close the door. She come back out after about 2 minutes. Say, Rico, come here. When she came in the house, she said, hey, how you doing, Rico? She didn't say nothing to Trav White. She goes in the room, close the door, shopping bag, whatever she had, come back out. Said, hey, Rico, come here. So is that right? So I come over to the door. How you doing? She said, come inside. It's okay. So I step inside, right? I said, I'm a loyal friend, so my mentality is different. She closed the door behind me. Boom. I'm stuck in there with Maya, like in the bedroom, the master suite. So I said, wow. How are you and Dave? Are you doing okay? She says, yeah, we're doing all right. And around that time, in another conversation, not that exact conversation, she asked me if I would give her and her friends a ride to the nightclub. Her car's messed up. I said, well, my car's messed up too. I got to extend it to her. I already called the ecology. It's parked outside. The steering broke. Steering column broke. Steering wheel broke. It's just, I can spin it. It won't steer anymore. So I just threw it away to the ecology auto record, right? So then she finally lets me out of the bedroom and inside about 2 minutes, and I don't bother anybody.
Free one.
Huh?
I like free one.
You want 3 ones?
Free one.
That's my money.
I like only free one. Just one. I like.
Well, I'm a homeless man. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Only one.
I don't have. I'm sorry. So Maya let me out of the room, and that's the end of the story. My loyalty towards friendship. You see what kind of brother I am. I got about 30 seconds. Missed it. about 6 of my girls start bragging, oh, I'm fucking all because to the homie. So then I tried Lala from Los Angeles. I mean, from San Diego, but Lala means LA, right? LA, and she's Mexican. The only woman that my grandmother caught me having sex with. She looked in the window. We on the couch fucking, and my grandma said, "Oh my God!" We looked up. Get that champ out of my house. Get out of there. I was like, damn. I kept screwing and trying to get her. Lala said,